Okay, let's dive in. We've got some really interesting material today from a bestseller, actually.
Mhm.
The Magic of Written Goals, How to Turn Your Dreams into Reality by Kim Bromer.
That's right. And what we want to do in this deep dive is really unpack the author's way of thinking about goals. I mean, how he turns big ideas into actual results. We'll look at his methods, his own story, which is pretty remarkable, and some stories of people he's helped.
Yeah, the central theme, I guess, it's right there in the title, isn't it? It's about that, well, that magic that happens when you actually write your dreams down clearly and crucially have a solid plan.
Exactly. And the author, he apparently pinpoints why some people make it and others don't. He suggests it often boils down to one of two things, really.
Oh, yeah. What are those?
Well, either they haven't really figured out what they truly want deep down, or they just lack that clear written action plan to, get them there.
That first part's interesting. Just knowing what you want being a major hurdle itself.
Right, before you even get to the how. And he definitely speaks from experience. The source talks about his own journey.
It's quite the story. Started from a migrant background, left school pretty early, tried different jobs.
Yeah, and then went on to find massive success in, well, multiple areas, didn't he?
He did. Things like scaling a property development business to over, what was it, $82 million in turnover?
Huge numbers.
Yeah.
And also building that direct sales distributorship.
Right, the kind where you build income through sales, but also by building a team. Apparently generated significant residual income and helped hundreds achieve high earnings themselves.
And what really comes through is how much he credits personal development and mentorship for that success, not just hard work.
Yeah, he mentions learning key principles from mentors, people like George Knight and Jim Rohn. Things like keeping a journal and really internalizing that idea that for things to change, you have to change.
Foundational stuff. But it wasn't all straightforward success, was it?
No, not at all. The book talks about a really rough patch during the early 90s recession. He lost, well, basically everything.
Everything.
Yeah, $13 million of his own money, his home, cars, the lot.
Wow. That's a massive hit. So how did the source say he managed to bounce back from losing 13 million? That's incredible.
Well, it comes back to the system, essentially. He emphasizes returning to his written goals, his accomplishment list.
So not just winging it.
No. He says it wasn't luck. It was about knowing his real goals, the ones he wanted, not what others thought he should want. Understanding success is that progressive realization of a predetermined worthwhile goal.
Meaning the journey itself, the consistent steps towards your chosen goal. That's the key.
Exactly. And managing life's distractions, which we all face, right? And having that written plan.
So what does this plan actually look like? Did the source break it down?
It did, yeah.
Right.
It lays out this 8-column framework. It sounds quite structured. It guides you to detail your goal really vividly. So not just saying, I want more money, but defining what that looks like, feels like, engaging the senses.
Makes it more real.
Right. And then it forces you to identify potential roadblocks, the obstacles, but also brainstorm solutions right alongside them.
Oh, I like that. Tackling the problems up front makes them seem less scary, maybe.
Exactly. It also includes setting a target date, listing your deep emotional reasons, the why behind it all, creating affirmations, using visualizations,
Kind of covering all the bases, mental and practical.
and critically defining the specific actions you will take. It's presented as this, complete blueprint for clarity and getting things moving.
And it seems like he applied this broadly, not just to business.
Yeah, absolutely. While the business success is, impressive proof, he stresses having goals across all areas: family, business, physical health, mental, social, even spiritual, aiming for a balanced life.
And the book shares stories of others using this.
It does. Powerful examples of people he mentored directly. The source mentions Dr. Tony Pennells, who apparently retired financially free at just 27 using these methods.
27. Wow.
And another story, Sintong Lumbanraja. The book says he went from being jobless and homeless to achieving financial freedom and, well, an amazing lifestyle by really sticking to this plan and the author's guidance.
So these aren't just nice stories. He presents them as real evidence that the system works if you apply it.
Exactly. It shows that ambitious people can get results with this practical approach.
So thinking about our listeners, what does this all mean for you listening right now?
Well, Kim Bromer, the author, clearly has this drive to help others achieve similar transformations. The source mentions he actually has a vision to find an apprentice.
An apprentice. Interesting.
Yeah, someone ambitious, positive attitude, big dreams,
Hmm.
someone he can teach everything he knows, basically, who will then pay it forward.
How would someone put themselves forward for that?
He invites people to email him directly for consideration. The address given is kim@themagicofwrittengoals.com. You'd send a bit about yourself, your list of dreams, and what your most important one-year goal is.
Okay, good to know. And there was something else mentioned, wasn't there? About the book itself.
Ah, yes. A special opportunity. It's presented as a testament to the methods and his desire to connect. For a limited time, if you buy his bestseller, The Magic of Written Goals, but specifically from books.by/Kim-Brummer.
Okay, so that specific link is important.
Right. If you buy it there, you'll get a personal 1-hour one-on-one Zoom call with Kim himself.
Wow, okay. So you buy the book and get an hour of his time to discuss your goals.
Exactly. To ask anything, get guidance on achieving your goals.
That's pretty significant considering his background and success, access to that kind of mentorship just from buying the book.
Yeah, the source notes his time is valued highly, around $800 an hour, so it's quite an offer connected to getting the book.
Definitely something for ambitious listeners to consider. So, wrapping this up then, reflecting on everything we've discussed from this source.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? What could getting that kind of clarity, having a written plan for your own dreams, thinking through obstacles and solutions up front, what could taking that consistent action unlock for you?